In this video, we will fit a model to our last dataset, data3. But this dataset does not have multiple fields, so we don't have a column for trial. However, when fitting a model using fitTD function, an error message will pop out if trial variable is not there. So this seems to be a bug, and we've already submitted a bug report on GitHub, but for now we have to create a column for trial and give whatever value to it. Okay, so we need to first create a new column, add a new column called trial, and set it equal to 1. And then we create our TD object for data3 using create TD function, data equal to data3, and genotype. Let's use the stir function to see the column names. So the genotype is called Jane. Then the row coordinate, row, and column coordinate is called call, and rep ID, rep, and the subblock. Let's just use the block. Okay. And you can see data TD3 is a TD object that only has one item there. And let's make a summary of this TD object. And the trace is the yield. And you can add group by and or add the what argument to specify what summary statistics you want to see in the summary. Next, let's plot this object. 3, and let's do again to color subblock equal to true. And here's the plot of the layout. And we can also get box plot, a single box plot, because we only have one trial there. Plot type equal to box, and trace is the yield. And this is a box plot, or we can add color trial by say rep ID, and you can see we have 3 box plots, one for each replicate. We have 3 replicates, and they are displayed in different colors. And then we can fit the model. So since this dataset is from an experiment with alpha lattice design, so we'll use incomplete block design by specifying the design as IBD. Because remember, the code for incomplete block design is IBD. Okay? So model 3 is equal to TD, last one, the engine. So which engine do you want to use? So for this one, let's fit a non-spatial model. So then we can use either a SREMO or LME4. And since we have used a SREMO for the second dataset, for this one, let's use LME4. And remember, if you want to use a SREMO to fit a non-spatial model, you have to set the spatial argument to be false. And also note that for this one, let's not put the word argument here, so that two models will be fitted, one with the genotype as a fixed effect and one with the genotype as a random effect. And the results of both these models are stored in this model 3. And this is very useful for extracting different results from the model later on. But a trade-off is that fitting two models takes more time than fitting only one. So when fitting models on large datasets, it is sensible to explicitly define the word argument if only a subset of the results is needed as our output. An error message. Okay. Oh, this should be the typo. Trial instead of trail. Okay. So let's redo it. And then 3. So this is very fast. And then we can get a summary of the model. Model 3. For this one, let's get 10 best genotypes. Here you can see that since genotype has been fitted both as fixed and as random effect in model 3, it is possible to calculate both the boosts and the blobs. And therefore, both of them are printed in this summary. And finally, let's get a plot for this model. And plot type is put to base. Since this is a non-spatial model, we only want to get a base plot. So I think that's it. Here are the base plots for model 3. And recall that for model 3, models with genotypes as fixed and random are both fitted. So in this case, as default, the results will be plotted for the model with genotype fixed. But this can be changed using the parameter what here. If we set what equal to random, then it will generate base plots for the model with genotype as random. And these are the plots.